Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. In this video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to get the most realistic air traffic and liveries for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The intention of this video is to show you how to create more realism in the sim by injecting live traffic, AI traffic, and airline liveries. These will appear at airport gates, parking, and runways. Both AI and live traffic will land and take off, as well as appearing in the skies. I know there are a lot of livery mods out there, but I use a combination of different mods to get the most immersive experience I can possible in the sim. During the tutorial, I'll go through each mod and explain what it does and how to set it up. You can stick with combining one or two of these mods. However, to get the most realistic experience, I recommend installing them all. I chose these mods because they do work well together and everything is working with update 6. I always have these mods switched on, as I enjoy the realistic environment they give me. And do make sure to stick around till the end of the video, as I'll be previewing some of my own customized liveries. And please remember to like and subscribe if you find the content useful. The first mod we're going to be looking at and installing is the IVAO pilot client called Altitude. This enables pilots to effectively communicate with ATC units and automatically switch communication frequencies. We need to use this client to generate the CSL models, which will be installed with another scenery mod pack later in the tutorial. What you need to do is simply scroll down the web page and look for Altitude downloads, and just click on the Altitude for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the first one on the list. And please take note that you can find all the links to these mods in the video description. Once you've downloaded the zip file, you need to locate it, open it with WinZip or similar, and simply run the application. This will lead you through the installation process and links the program to your community folder. And later on we'll be adding some other files to this in the community folder. And here you can see the IVAO_X-CSL folder within the community folder itself. So when you do see this folder in there, you know you've done everything right and it's installed properly. You can move on to the next stage. The next mod we're going to be adding is called the Easy Airlines and Aircraft Matching with the Default Live Traffic mod. And what this does, it adds AI traffic to the sim using generated liveries. I know there are lots of livery packs out there, but this works really well with my system, so I've not actually investigated looking at other liveries to add, so I'm sticking with this one for now. So the first thing you need to do is download the mod. Then you just need to locate the zip file and open it with WinZip or similar program, and simply drag and drop it into the community folder. A word of warning here, don't delete or move the IVAO folder which is already installed in the community folder. You just need to copy and paste the same folder of the mod into it and accept all files to be overwritten. And to complete the final stage for this mod, you need to go into the sim and enable generic plane models under the AI traffic menu. You can find this by going to Settings, Traffic, AI and Multiplayer Traffic Detail, Use Generic Plane Models, AI Traffic, make sure that's switched to On. And remember that depending on your hardware configuration, the first load of this may take a while, up to a few minutes, but don't worry about it, it will work, you just need to load up for that first time. Next we have the static mods. These files will display static aircraft models that are non-moving and parked at parking stands at the various included airports in the simulator, using the correct parking gates. So this mod is limited to the major airports, however it does add that extra bit of realism in terms of having the correct traffic parked in the correct gates. This mod is for all the airports included in the pack, which you can see in the Ruby files in the download. There are 3 static AI packs. There's Asia, North America, and Europe. I've installed all of them on my system and they all work really well. So you can either include all 3 or just choose 1 or 2, whichever ones you want to use you can have. So the first thing you need to do is download the zip file, locate the zip file and open it with WinZip. And this time you're going to double click on the folder so you can see all the different static folders in front of you. Copy all and drag them all into the community folder. Don't just drag the main folder, open that folder first, select all and drag all of the static folders into the community folder. The last step for this mod is to make sure that the ground aircraft entity is set to 0. The reason why is because Microsoft Flight Simulator places aircraft randomly in the parking areas because it doesn't know where to place the right airline. Therefore we use static AI folders. But if you don't set this to 0, you'll see planes parked on top of each other in the same space, which is not what we want. There's also a bug which makes the planes appear as if they're floating above the ground. It doesn't really bother me too much because you can only see it really up close, and hopefully this will be fixed in the future. And the last piece of the puzzle is something called Enhanced Live Traffic. This is a standalone Flight Simulator add-on that injects accurate live traffic into the sim. This is a really cool add-on, so I'll go through how it works. First of all, you need to download the zip file, locate the zip file, and extract the folder somewhere of your choice. I keep mine in a dedicated folder on my D drive, and pin the executable to my taskbar so I can easily access it in a flight. Here you can see the software is ready to run, and I'll just show you how it works. On the left-hand side, you've got a disconnect and connect button, and all you need to do, once Microsoft Flight Simulator is open and you're in flight, just open the software and click connect. It may take up to a few minutes to generate some traffic, but after a few minutes you'll start to see the list appearing on the right-hand side with the live aircraft details. To help illustrate how it works, I've pulled up flightaware.com and I pulled up flight SIA 494, which is SQ 494, which is the first one on the list. And you can see that the aircraft is now live at time of recording, which is pretty cool. So I hope this tutorial gets you guys set up with more realistic aircraft liveries and traffic. I personally feel it adds a lot to the airports and the surrounding areas, and it's great to see random AI and live traffic in the game with proper liveries. Like I said earlier, you can just choose to install one or two of them, but I go for all of them. Just make sure that you set the in-game settings correctly to avoid some of the bugs. And these mods combined should significantly add to the realism of the sim. And just before I go, here's a quick preview of one of my latest liveries for Pie in the Sky tours for my Icon A5. I'll be releasing a video very soon explaining how you do this and which services to use. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, so please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to making the next video soon. In the meantime, take care and stay safe.